Hello everybody, welcome to Yoga for Contentment with Anne. Today's session is quite a slow session. We're working with the crown chakra and our connection really with ourselves as well as our intuition. It may be useful to have a yoga strap. If you don't have a yoga strap, an old belt is also absolutely fine, any old belt. And again, you may or may not wish for a yoga block or a cushion for later on in the practice. Today, we're going to start in one of my favourite positions. We're going to start in something called crocodile, which is literally where you lay flat on the mat, pelvis into the mat, heels towards the corners, toes turned out, then one hand on top of another and head coming down to connect with the mat. So find a way to get yourself comfortable into crocodile pose. And once you're comfortable, allow your eyes to close. Let's start by taking just a few deep breaths, slowly inhaling and exhaling through the nose, letting go of your day, letting go of anything that's happened or anything that you still have to do. This is your time to connect with yourself and your time to look after yourself. As you begin to focus on the breath, it may be useful to imagine a ball of white light. It goes in through your nostrils, up through your nose, the back of the throat, down into your chest, right down into your abdomen. And as you exhale the white light, you feel it fill out all through your veins and body as it just spreads through, bringing a sense of calm. As you begin to focus on your breath, see if you can lengthen it and work maybe to a count of 5, trying to keep the inhale and the exhale an even number of counts. Do what feels good for you and just give yourself time to bring yourself to a comfortable rhythmic breathing, inhaling and exhaling through the nose. Everything about you is unique. The way you laugh, the way you show love, the way you dream, the way you think, the colours you are drawn to, your favourite movies, the music that you listen to, the way you view life and the things you believe in. You, my friend, are a divine inspiration and a living piece of artwork. When you're ready, slowly open your eyes. And then hands underneath the shoulders on an inhale, come up to tabletop. We're actually going to sit down, kneeling in hero pose. Take your hands out by your sides, pointing your fingers away from you on the mat. Inhale. As you exhale, drop your right ear to your right shoulder. The next inhale, you can lift your right arm up, place it on your ear, and just gently pull it over towards your right shoulder. If it feels good, you can stretch your left arm out off the mat, just increasing that stretch slightly, allowing yourself to breathe into the left side of your body. If you can, keep focusing on the inhale and exhale and the count of 5. On your next inhale, arm up and release. Let's do the other side. So inhale. As you exhale, take your left ear over to your left shoulder. As you begin to feel it relax, inhale, lift your left arm up. If you wish to, you can take it onto your left ear, your right ear, and pull your left ear slightly further down towards your shoulder. If you'd like to extend the space even more, you can lift your right hand off the mat. Feeling that inhale and exhale of 5 into the right side of your body. Inhale, arm up. Exhale, coming back to center. From here, we're going to try a seated cat cow. And we're going to use our shoulders here, where we roll them back for cow and round and forward for cat. So as you inhale, curling your tailbone out, shoulders up, back, head back. As you exhale, tilting the pelvis, curling forward, shoulders forward and down. And inhale, tilting from the pelvis, up and back. As you exhale, tilting from the pelvis, curling forward, up and down. Let's do 3 more. As you inhale, tilting from the pelvis, shoulders up, back, together. Curling from the pelvis, up and forward, head drops. 2 more. Inhaling as you look up. Exhaling as you look down. And 1 more. And from here, we're going to come to tabletop position. Knees underneath hips, hand underneath your shoulders. We're going to do cat-cow again. So as we inhale, curl your tailbone up, look up. And as you exhale, curl your tailbone under, round your shoulders. Look down. Inhaling, you're curling from your tailbone, chest and abdomen down, look up. And as you exhale, curl your tailbone under, lift your abdomen round shoulders, look down. 3 more. Inhaling as you look up. And exhaling as you look down. Try to keep your count of 5 going on the inhale and exhale. One more. Inhale, look up. Exhale, curl. And as you inhale, come back to a neutral tabletop. From here, take your big toes together, open your knees, inhale, and as you exhale, we're dropping back into extended child's pose. So your sit bones go onto your heels and your hands come forward on the mat. If you want to increase the stretch, you can push your fingers up onto their fingertips, lifting the arms just slightly. And take 5 rounds of breath here, trying to inhale and exhale to the count of 5. When you've completed your 5 rounds of breath, inhale back to a tabletop position. Exhale here. As you inhale, step back into plank. Inhale, and you exhale, knees, chest and chin down. We're coming up to Sphinx. So your hands go flat on the mat, elbows on the mat, underneath the shoulders, looking up. Just look straight ahead, don't tilt your head back. Just a gentle back bend. Remember to push your pelvis into the floor, engage those abdomen. As you exhale, drop your forehead down. This time when you inhale, place your hands under your shoulders, coming up just to low cobra. Elbows bent and in next to your ribs. As you exhale, come down. And this time when you inhale, we're going to come up to a higher cobra. Inhale. As you exhale, come down. Inhale to tabletop. And exhale back to child's pose. From here, raise your right arm. And you can tuck it under your left armpit. Coming down. Right side of the temple onto the mat. The back of the right hand on the mat. Try to bring your right shoulder down towards the mat. Inhale, come back to centre. Exhale, head down. Inhale, left arm up. Exhale, place it under your right armpit. Left side of the temple down on the mat. In your next inhale, coming back to tabletop. From here, lift your right knee up, keep the leg bent, take hip circles. 3 in one direction. 1, 2, 3, and then 3 in the opposite direction. 1, 2, 3. Inhale, lift your left leg up, keeping the knee bent. 3 hip circles in one direction. 1, 2, 3, and then 3 in the opposite direction. 1, 2, 3. coming back into tabletop. Here, keeping sort of kneeling up from tabletop, we're going to bring our head down to the mat, the crown of the head to touch, and take your hands back towards your feet in rabbit pose. If you want to, you can take hold of your heels. Try to keep your tailbone up in the sky and try not to sink all your weight onto your head. Inhale, put your hands by your shoulders and coming back to tabletop. From here, inhale to plank, exhale, let's push back to our first downward dog of the session. Because it's our first downward dog, feel free to walk the dog, stretching, legs out gently, keep pedaling the feet up and down, tailbone to the sky, shoulders away from the ears, fingers, palms pressing into the mat, chest pushing back towards the thighs. When you're ready, come to a stationary down dog, but please do try and keep the knees bent a little bit and push your tailbone up and your chest back. Inhale, look between your hands, walk your hands to your feet or your feet to hand, keeping the knees bent, forward fold, take hold of opposite elbows. Maybe have a little rock in ragdoll. Exhale to forward fold. Inhale, slowly coming up to mountain. Arms up, palms together. Bring the thumbs down in front of the heart center. From here, we're going to do our sun salutations. So big toes together, engage the legs, arms engaged. Pelvis tucked in. Inhale, arms up. Exhale, swan dive to forward fold. Inhale, hands on shins or knees for flat back. Exhale to forward fold. Inhale, jump or step back to plank. Exhale, knees, chest, chin or chaturanga down. Inhale to upward facing dog. Exhale to downward facing dog. 5 breaths here. 1, pressing the fingers and palms into the mat. 2, tailbone to the sky. 3, shoulders away from the ears. 4, chest pressing back towards the thighs. 5, heels stretching down towards the mat. Inhale, look between your hands. Exhale, step into forward fold. Inhale, hands on shins, flat back. Exhale, forward fold. Inhale, coming up, arms up, palms together, thumbs down in front of heart center. And again, inhale, arms up. Exhale, swan dive. Inhale to flat back. Exhale to swan dive. Inhale, jump or step back to plank. Exhale, chaturanga down or knees, chest, chin. Inhale to upward facing dog. Exhale to downward facing dog. 5 breaths here. 1, pushing fingers and palms into the mat. 2, tailbone to the sky. 3, shoulders away from your ears. 4, chest pushing back towards your thighs. 5, heels stretching down towards the floor. From here, look up, so you come back towards a plank. And we're going to change it slightly. Inhale in plank. Exhale, push back to down dog. And from here, we're going to try something called revolve down dog. Make sure you've got your balance.
Inhale, lift your right arm up, and as you exhale, take the back of your right hand to the outside edge of your left shin or ankle. So you are looking under your left armpit. Inhale, right arm up, bring it back to down dog. We'll do the same with the left. Inhale, left arm up. Exhale, take it to the back of the left hand, the outside edge of your right calf or ankle, looking under your right armpit. Inhale, arm up. Exhale, back to down dog. Inhale to plank. Let's just work those abs just a little bit. Exhale, back to downward facing dog. Inhale, right leg up. Exhale, step it between your front hands. Bring your left knee down to the floor.
Inhale, arms up into low lunge. Shoulders away from your ears. We're going for revolved low lunge, so take your right hand back towards your left thigh or calf. The back of your left hand can come on the outside of your right knee. Still trying to sink forward into that right hip. Looking back over your left shoulder. Inhale, arms up.
Exhale, frame the front foot. Inhale, step back to plank. Exhale to downward facing dog. Inhale, left foot up. Exhale, step it through, coming down into low lunge, right knee to the floor.
Inhale, arms up, sinking forward into that left hip. Inhale, as you exhale, take your right hand, the back of your right hand onto the outside of the left knee, your left hand backwards towards your right thigh or calf. Looking back over your left shoulder, still sinking forward into that left hip. Inhale, arms up.
Exhale, frame the front foot. Inhale, step back to plank. Exhale, downward facing dog. Inhale, right leg goes up. Exhale, step it forward. We're coming up to warrior one.
So left foot, about 35-degree angle, flat on the mat, sinking forward, right hip. Pull it into your right knee, pulling your right hip back, your left hip forward, shoulders away from ears. Inhale. And do revolved warrior again. So, sorry, went the wrong way. Your right hand goes back towards your left thigh, still sinking forward into your right knee. Inhale, arms up.
Exhale, frame the front foot. Inhale, step back to plank. Exhale to downward facing dog. Inhale, left foot goes up. Exhale, step it forward.
Coming through to warrior one, left side. Sinking forward to your front knee. Right foot is flat on the mat, hips are forward, pulling your left hip back, your right hip forward. Inhale, as you exhale, your right hand stays up, and your left hand comes back towards the back of your right thigh. Looking back over your left shoulder, still sinking forward into your left knee. Inhale, arms up.
Exhale, frame the front foot. Inhale to plank. Exhale, downward facing dog. Inhale, right leg goes up. Exhale, step it between the front hands. We're coming up to a warrior two. Look, check both your arms are level, shoulders are level, away from the ears, bending into your front knee. Inhale, lean forward. Exhale, birth warrior. Inhale to warrior two. Exhale, side angle. Still bending forward into that right knee, tucking your pelvis under. Imagine there's a wall behind you. Inhale to warrior two. Exhale, frame your front foot. Inhale, step your front foot back. Exhale, you can either drop your right knee down or you can keep it up. We're going to side plank. Opening to the left, so your right hand and your right foot and the left foot are on the floor, opening up. Your left hand is in the air. Tuck your pelvis under. Inhale, exhale, back to plank. Inhale in plank. Exhale, back to downward facing dog. Inhale, to daisies. Left leg goes up, try not to kick your ring. Exhale, coming forward into warrior two. Now lean forward. Exhale, reverse the warrior. Right arm behind your back, left arm overhead, still sinking forward into your right knee. Inhale to warrior two. Exhale, left elbow onto left knee. Right arm comes up overhead, still stretching forward to side angle. Inhale, exhale, frame your front foot. Inhale, step back to plank. Exhale, opening to side plank. If it helps, you can drop your left knee down to the mat and do half side plank. Tucking your tailbone under. Inhale, exhale, back to plank. Inhale here. Exhale to downward facing dog. Inhale. Coming back to forward fold. Inhale here. Gradually coming all the way up. Palms together. Thumbs in front of your heart centre. From here, we're going to try tree pose. So whatever feels comfortable for you. First of all, root your left foot, all the toes, into the ground. Find a fixed point ahead of you as your drishti. As you inhale, lift your right foot off the mat. And you can either keep it right down low with toes on against your calf, or you can go for your inner thigh muscle. Either having your hands in prayer in front of your heart centre, or you can open the branches of your tree, shoulders away from ears. Doesn't matter if you wobble, come back to the position. Inhale, and as you exhale, drop. Do the same thing on the left side to make sure your right toes providing the root into the ground. As you inhale, lift your left knee. And again, placing it, the left foot wherever is most comfortable for you. Hands either prayer position in front of your heart, or you can open them out to be the branches of your tree, shoulders away from ears. Engaging your abs, engaging your glutes. Make sure that the supporting leg is engaged. Inhale. As you exhale, drop the foot down. From here, we're going to open our feet out, coming up to wide-legged forward fold. Hands on hips. Inhale, look up. As you exhale, bending from the hips, dropping the crown of the head down towards the floor. You may wish to adjust your feet slightly. Hands can come down to the floor. Inhale, come up just to halfway. Inhale here, and this time as we exhale, we're going to try and drop a little lower. And if it's comfortable, you can bring your hands into prayer position or interlaced on the back of your neck, but do not force your head and neck down. We're using it literally as a slight weight or gravity. We're not pulling, just gently resting them there. Inhale, coming up. Engage all your abdomen. From here, we're going to drop into a yogi swap. Let's get your feet wherever it's comfortable for you. Inhale, and as you exhale, we're going to lower down until we come down to our yogi squat. When you find it and you're comfortable, hands into prayer position, trying to keep your back straight. If it's not comfortable, this is where having a block is quite useful, because you can literally sit on the block. And now I've put it there, I'm probably going to keep it there. Otherwise, I'll probably wobble over. Try and keep your spine as straight as you can in this position. Inhale. As you exhale, let's come down to a seated position. From here, okay, this is where, if you have a strap, it's quite useful, or a belt. You can hold on to either your leg or your trousers, whichever works for you, but personally I definitely like a strap for this bit. Try to make sure you've got some room around you. This may be a bit of a challenge here, but inhaling, as you exhale, lower yourself gently down, and placing the strap around your foot. The first thing to do is just to bring your right foot up towards your body. Just literally hold it there. I'm not trying to force it backwards, just gently pulling it up. Inhale. As you exhale, open your right foot out to the right side, trying to let it fall to the floor. I am struggling slightly here with space. I'll just shift over just slightly. Trying to make sure that your left buttock stays down, engaged with the floor. Inhale, bringing your right foot back to centre. So I'm just going to shift over again. This time as you exhale, take it across your body to the opposite side, over towards the left. You may not reach the floor, that's why we're using the strap. Inhale back to centre. You may be able to pull it just a little bit further towards you. Inhale, and as you exhale, gently release it down. We're going to do the same with the left leg. So inhale, place the strap over the foot and just lift it up towards the sky. Holding it there, feeling that stretch down the back of the hamstring. Maybe down your calf. Trying to keep your right buttock down on the floor. Inhale. As you exhale, allow your left foot to roll and drop over towards the left side. It may not reach the floor. Try to keep your right buttock down. Feel that stretch along the right hip flexor. Inhale, bringing it back up to centre. This time as you exhale, allow it to drop over to the right. Inhale, Bring it back up to centre. You may be able to lift it just a little higher. Inhale, and as you exhale, remove the strap and allow it to drop to the floor. Inhale, point your toes, arms up overhead. A nice stretch all down the front of your body. And as you exhale, hug your knees into your chest and have a little rock from side to side, massaging that spine. If it feels good, you can take a happy baby. Feet up towards the ceiling, knees bent in towards your armpits. Try to keep the base of your spine on the mat. And again, you can have a little rock from side to side if it feels good. One more hug of the knees into chest. And from here, we're going to go to Shavasana. So whichever position is more comfortable for you, you can either have your feet on the outer flat, on the outer edges of the mat, and allow the knees to drop in, making sure your spine is engaged with the mat. Hands away from the body, palms facing upwards. Or if it's comfortable, let your legs straighten, heels out towards the corners of the mat, toes pointing outwards. When you've found your comfortable position, allow your eyes to close and come back to the focus of the breath. See if you can still visage that white light and a count of 5. Go in and in. Be the space between two cells, the vast resounding silence in which your spirit dwells. Be sugar dissolving on the tongue of life. Dive in and in, as deep as you can dive. Be infinite, ecstatic truth. Be love conceived and born in union. Be exactly what you seek. The beloved, singing, yes. Tasting, yes. Embracing, yes. Until there is only essence, the all of everything, expressing through you as you. Go in, and turn away from nothing that you find. Gently begin to wiggle your fingers and toes, bringing life back into your body. If it feels good, you can inhale, stretch your arms up overhead. As you exhale, roll over to your right side into the fetal position. Gently pressing your palms into the mat, keeping either your eyes closed or your gaze low. Come back to a comfortable seated position. Arms away from the body, fingertips just resting away from the hips on the mat. Inhale, arms up, palms together. Bring your thumbs to touch between your forehead, on your forehead for kind and loving thoughts. Your lips for kind and loving words, and your heart center for kind and loving intentions. Dropping forehead to fingertips and fingertips down to Mother Earth. May all beings be happy and free. Namaste. If it feels good, keeping your eyes closed, rub your palms together to generate some heat. When they're nice and warm, place them just in front of your eyes. You don't need to touch. Allowing that warmth. You feel it, gradually blink your eyes open, coming back into the room. Namaste, everybody. Well done. I look forward to seeing you again soon.